This is the third video in a series of videos about how to brush a dog's teeth. In the first two videos, I went over how to get the dog used to having their face handled, having their lips handled, and having something doing that brushing motion in their mouth. And so next I'll show brushing with actual toothpaste. You can get pretty much any dog toothpaste is going to be fine. I've got enzymatic toothpaste that I just found on Amazon. You just want to make sure that it is rated for dogs. Do not use human grade toothpaste on a dog. And same rule of thumb that you use with human toothpaste is that you don't actually need a ton of it. You can, I believe for human toothpaste, you are supposed to use a pea-size dab on your toothbrush. So you don't need to use a lot for dogs, and so you just use a little bit at a time. Brush, you can apply more if needed, but we're not using a huge amount. So I'm gonna get my dog in position. Hi, thank you. Going to put my hand under his chin. He wants to lick the toothpaste and investigate it, so I'll let him see what it is that I've got right now. Wait. Good boy. I'm gonna have my hand under his chin. Good boy. Pull up his lip and then start brushing. You can see he's trying to lick what it is that I'm putting in his mouth, and that's okay. Most dog toothpaste is chicken flavored or something along those lines, so it does taste good for them. So don't be surprised when the dog wants to try to eat the toothpaste. Pull up a lip, brush a little bit, and then I'll stop. So I'm just doing really small bits at a time. I don't need to brush his teeth for 2 minutes straight, and that's the end of that. So I just want to do small bits, give him the chance to walk away if he's like, no, I'm really not wanting this today, I don't like this. I want to focus my brushing on the sides of my dog's teeth. I can brush his front lip, his front teeth. Not as much plaque and tartar tends to build up in those areas. You should still brush them, but for my dog specifically, the spot that I need to focus is his molar back here, this tooth. That's called a carnassial tooth. Yes, good boy. That's called a carnassial tooth. It's a meat shearing tooth. So animals that are carnivores like cats, and then omnivores like dogs, they have that carnassial tooth so that they can shear meat and cut into meat. Tends to be a pretty sharp tooth, and that is where a lot of chewing happens, so there's going to be more tartar and plaque build up in that area. So I want to make sure I pay close attention to those molars. Joe has some plaque built up in those areas. I can try addressing that with brushing his teeth, but if that plaque is not going away with brushing his teeth, then I would need to schedule him a dental so that he can have the plaque actually scaled off by a professional. What I also want to pay attention for is inflammation along his gum line. So if he is having red gums along his teeth, that's where his tooth meets his gum. That's not great. So I want to pay attention to that. If you look at the dog's teeth and you think, oh, the gums look really red, that looks inflamed, and you're not sure if it's an okay amount or not, absolutely contact a vet so that they can address it before it becomes something worse. Dogs can get gingivitis, same as people. They can get teeth problems, same as people. And so we want to stay ahead of those issues by either brushing the dog's teeth preventatively so that their teeth don't get into bad shape, or if you haven't been brushing a dog's teeth, check out their teeth. If you notice the redness around the gum line, a lot of plaque built up that plaque is going to be hardened onto the tooth. You can't typically pick it off with a fingernail. Don't try to pick it off yourself. If you notice that the dog has a lot of that going on, then they need to be seen by a vet so that they can have a dental done to keep their teeth in good shape. And so my dog's not really into teeth brushing at the moment because he's walked away and he's investigating other things. So that's my teeth brushing for the day. Joe found something he shouldn't have. Oh, he's fine. So he's not interested in doing that today. I'm not going to force it. I'll come back to it later on this afternoon, or I'll just come back to it tomorrow.